That's watermelon starburst.
Yeah.
That flavour is 150% watermelon starburst.
Cigarettes!
What is happening, guys? So welcome to another vlog. We're just trying to get ready with everything going on with this new line that we've got releasing coming out next month. So excited to finally start to introduce some of the things that we've been working on for the last 6 months. And it's all just been hidden away. You guys haven't been able to see anything, and it's like really exciting for us now to finally be able to like produce some of this and show you guys. So Jake's going to come over, and we had some of the new samples because we tweaked some of them. So Jake's going to come over and we're going to sample those together. Then what are we doing? So a little bit of project development on the YouTube concept that we've got happening. Then we're going to train, and then we have a business meeting with something that I'm going to announce later this week, which we're pretty excited about. We are now going to sample some of the new flavours that we just received for Nexus Sports Nutrition. Got Jake here. He actually hasn't tried any of the new flavours yet, so pretty excited to get your feedback, bro.
I'm pretty excited. I love free samples, and that's probably the only reason I came over today. Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to do the first one. So we've got a combination of both the pre-workout and the thermo coming up. So, alright, we'll get the first one going.
Alright, so what is flavour number one, Adam?
Alright, so that one is Summer Splice.
As you can tell, it was really good. That tastes 100% like a splice. Like that is sick. That is really good. I feel like I'd be drinking this by the gallon just because of how good it tastes. Splice, tick.
So moving on to the second flavour now. I'm
Numero 29.
He looked like he was having too much fun, so I've joined in doing some sampling too. So this one, called it Orange Guava.
Trend here.
Still,
it's good.
That's probably, yeah. I actually don't know with this one. The next, I'll let you taste the next one and place them 1 to 3.
1 to 3? Yeah. This also has my tick. I like this. I'm very honest when something tastes like crap, and this tastes really damn good.
If you had to pick one off the shelf,
I'd probably go Splice, and I think Splice with like refrigerated water, amazing. It's like drinking a liquid ice block.
If you do like really fill the shaker up and put some ice in there, and you just go for like your morning like fasted walk or whatever.
If you've got a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook. What a DJ report.
I think some of the stims and
may have had a slight energy kick.
Slightly. So Jake's feeling good, which is a good sign.
Well, look at the colour on this. So I'm guessing this flavour is watermelon.
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 Melon Starburst is actually what we're calling this one because it legit
tastes like.
Oh,
I'm so excited. That's watermelon starburst. Yeah, that flavour is 150% watermelon starburst.
Is it? Which is that? It sounds like that's definitely your favourite.
Yeah.
Out of all of them. Alright. It is the strongest flavour out of all of them.
Wow.
Yeah. You could drink that all day.
Yeah. You know, when I get a packet of Starburst, I'm the dude that picks out all the watermelon ones because they're my fave.
Yeah.
This is
I don't know why there are the other Starbursts, to be honest. Does anyone just buy a packet and they're just like, you know, you're the sibling that gets like the shit end of the stick all the time? You just get the packet back and you're like, all the yellow ones are left. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. But this is legit like a watermelon Starburst, and I like it. I like it a lot.
Do a good watermelon.
No, and I don't know if anyone's experienced this, but sometimes when you get a watermelon supplement, it has this weird sort of aftertaste.
Yeah.
This watermelon flavour does not have an aftertaste. It leaves that amazing taste that a Starburst only leaves in your mouth. It's all about the taste.
So we actually ran a poll with this one for, I think it was like 3 months. We got almost like 4,000 like feedback responses from all you guys, and watermelon was actually the #1 picked flavour that you guys want. So we are listening to you guys, like when you say like flavours you want and all those sort of things. First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that did enter and then gave us a suggestion, because that's pretty much what's helped us to bring out this entire new range and get these flavours. So we are listening when you guys say stuff. On to the pre-workout now. And
I'm gonna
think, if you put them in order, what are your...
Okay. Put them in order. Numero uno is watermelon, because it tastes like watermelon starburst, and that is one of my favourite. Number 2, a close second would have to be Splice. It tastes 100% like the ice cream. 100%.
It is real good.
It is really good. And then,
Alright, so number 3 is obviously the orange guava.
Orange guava, which I also really like.
Yeah.
And it's the cool thing is they're all really different flavours to everything on the market. So, watermelon, obviously, you know, you said that there's a lot of watermelon products on the market. Everyone who takes sups, you've probably seen watermelon. It's a really different watermelon flavour, and it has no bad aftertaste. It's really good. The Splice, it just tastes like a liquid ice cream. I'm very excited about it. I've never had a Splice.
Yeah, okay, so this is like the first, which is quite hard to do in this industry nowadays. Yeah, so
that's good, and that's really refreshing. I find if maybe, you know, you're doing a lot of like high intensity sort of stuff and you know, really sweating it out in big cardio sessions and that sort of thing, I feel like the Splice would just be so refreshing.
Yeah. The good thing about this, and why we actually did slightly change this formulation, guys, is because we did get like a lot of feedback with our initial thermo. Like, it was a really strong thermo, like also stim wise. So like, obviously it had a lot of the plant extracts and everything in it, like, you know, appetite suppressant, and worked on like those multiple levels, but it also was like had quite a strong hit of caffeine. And I couldn't really we didn't really want to put it in stacks and those sort of things with our pre-workout, which is also quite high stim, just because you'd be taking almost like 500 milligrams of caffeine in a day. So we've reformulated this one, guys. We've still kept in a lot of those like nootropics and different stims like synephrine and those sort of things, but like at lower dosages and just like a few like more than what we normally had. But we dropped the caffeine down to only 120 milligrams. So you can take this one like in the morning, do your fasted cardio, and then you can go and take the delicious pre-workouts we're about to try before you train, without just getting like a massive amount of caffeine within your day. So,
which is great. And I think a lot of thermos on the market today are more stim based, where they sort of try and cross over. It's not quite a pre-workout, but it's not quite a thermo. They try and sort of hit it somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Whereas the ingredients inside this Obliterex are really focused on fat burning and everything that you need for it.
Yeah.
So it's really, really good.
And flavour is like, a lot of people think like we used to just primarily be was like formulation first and everything, like first and foremost, which is still like obviously like our motto, but like a lot of people underestimate how important flavour is. Take it home and it's just literally tastes like you're not used to supplements, and it tastes disgusting. Are you even going to finish it? Do you know what I mean? Like, you want something that like you're legit going to take every single morning. Be excited to take it before, like, do you know what I mean? Like, have that little bit of a treat, because obviously throwing out chocolate
when you're
and
trying
things.
to behave,
So it actually, it helps on a few different levels there. All right.
So what's his next one? Red Frog.
So pretty much obviously Red Frog in our aminos was like the most popular product we had.
I loved it in the aminos.
Yeah. And so we figured everyone was asking for it in the pre, and we figured we'd do it. So we've tried it.
So good. Just like the amino, amazing.
I actually reckon it tastes
more like
a little
Red
bit
Frog.
better. Yeah, like it actually does.
More like
yeah.
Red Frogs than the amino.
It's weird.
Spot on, Red Frogs. And it's not overpowering as well. I think, sometimes you can get flavours, and people try to be creative with flavours, you get that like overpowering sort of sweetness or tang. It's just nice. It's pleasant. Very pleasant. Shit.
Alright, so what are you sampling now?
It's time to try the sour watermelon flavour. Oh,
look at you go.
hey. Okay. It's crazy how I'm referencing everything to like lollies and junk food.
That's pretty much our theme here.
It is great. Sour watermelon strips. If you've ever had those sour watermelon...
Alright, so you've had the Red Frog and you've had the melon sour. Mm-hmm. Which are you liking most so far?
This is hard. I personally would have to go Red Frogs number 1, sour watermelon number 2.
Really? Obviously the pre-workout's kicking in a little bit, and Jake and I just talking about, do you guys set goals? So like, we are big goal setters. And then Jake was just saying, pretty much 2016, he was just telling me the story when he really started committing to his writing down like his goals and actually sort of like coming up with like an actual strategy to sort of achieve them. And when you sort of, you write them down and you look back like a little bit later and you're like, shit, I've actually like achieve what I'm set out to doing. So tell us a little bit about these goals that you had, Jake, and how they sort of, one goal sort of led you on to the next one.
Grew them. I started this back in 2016, and at the time I was working a few different jobs that I didn't like. I'd kind of, the previous year, I'd had a heart attack, and I'd sort of decided that, you know, life's pretty short, so I want to have a crack at all these things I want to have a go at. Yeah. So I started off with like 7 goals, and it was just things like, you know, get the newspaper and perform here and do this and meet this person and you know, achieve this. And it got to December, and I'd only given myself a month for like these things that at the time for me were pretty crazy. And I'd ticked off everything, and I was like, oh my god, all right, it's 2017, let's take this to the next level. So I wrote them down, big A3 piece of paper, 15 impossible things it was. Yeah. It was travel and perform magic in Vegas. It was sign a TV deal, get on a TV show, perform magic for over 1 million people. Yeah. These things just got more and more ridiculous as they went down. You know, get signed as a model, represent a major brand, heaps of different things like this. And end of 2017 came around, and I sat down and I ticked off everything. And it was crazy. And I went above and beyond, you know, like... get a song signed for music, to a record label, like impossible things. Yeah. And then, you know, and this year's come around as well, and I did the same thing again. I think the biggest thing is, whether you write them down every day or you have them in a spot that you can see every day, waking up and being mindful of what your goals are really makes you assess the importance of the tasks you have for the day. So if you're waking up and you're seeing a goal and you're going, what am I doing today that's going to put me closer to that goal? Yeah. As opposed to, if it's not there, it's in the back of your mind, the more important tasks that are going to set you closer to the goal, you're not thinking about. You go, oh, hang on, today I'm going to go do this or do this.
I think it's getting rid of the bullshit in your day-to-day, because, you know, one was, you said that you wrote down like impossible goals, and like that was what we really wanted to embed, like even in Nexus with the concept of escaping limits, is like, I don't think most people realise the limitations that like they're placing on themselves by just not believing they can achieve, or like go for certain goals that like just do it. Like write down right now like 3 goals that you would think are impossible, and then just write them down to start with. Start thinking about it. Like what would it take to actually, like, what are some actionable items just to get me one step closer towards that goal. The other thing you said as well was also, you said like it was December, and you wrote down like, all right, by the end of 2017 I want to achieve like some probably pretty outrageous goals that most people would try and achieve within like a year. That just like shortening the timeline and just going, all right, I've got a month to get this done. What do I have to do to get it done?
Because if you don't have a time limit for your goals, you're not going to prioritise them. You're just going to leave them in the back there. And I think one of the coolest sayings I ever heard is you believed in Santa for 13 years, so you can believe yourself.
So this is where you get the inspiration for most of your flavours, yeah?
Yeah, so this is the inspiration. This is literally work right now. We're doing work. Just making sure the lollies still taste good.
Good? Yeah, actually it is. No, I have today and tomorrow off, so that's when I'm doing it.
Oh, see ya.
So now we're going to have some aminos. Ooh.
Worst feeling.
I went towards an orange. Yeah. Push. Up. You can do it. Come on. Harder.